Thank you for pressing play. Your presence here brings joy to my heart. Welcome, friends, to our video dedicated to Smart Little Lena. Let's dive right in and uncover its wonders. Smart Little Lena, June 29, August 30, 2010 was an AQHA registered quarter horse, an NCHA Triple Crown Champion cutting horse, and sire of champion cutting horses. He was inducted into both the AQHA Hall of Fame and NCHA Horse Hall of Fame. He was sired by NCHA Futurity champion Lena and out of the mare Smart Peppy by Peppy San, who was the first NCHA World Champion to sire an NCHA World Champion. Smart Little Lena was a dark sorrel stallion with a blazed face and white socks on both hind feet. He was a small horse, standing only. Haynes Chatham bred and raised Smart Little Lena, broke him and started him on cattle as a 2-year-old. The late Bill Freeman of Rosston, Texas trained and showed Smart Little Lena throughout his career. Chatham created the Smart Little Lena syndicate in 1982, co-managed the syndicate with Freeman, and sold the initial shares for $5,000 each. Smart Little Lena was the first cutting horse stallion to be syndicated prior to ever being shown. In this section, we'll be shedding light on career and its impact on our understanding of the subject. In 1982, Smart Little Lena won the National Cutting Horse Association NCHA Futurity. He later won first in both the NCHA Super Stakes and Derby as well. These three events compose what is now known as the NCHA Triple Crown. Lena won the Triple Crown in 1982 and 1983. Smart Little Lena has lifetime earnings of $743,275 in US dollars in just 8 shows. He was no. For all-time per Equistat records. As of 2010, he still held the record for most money earned as a 3- and 4-year-old cutter at $643,275. Lastly, as of 2010, he was still the second leading sire in the NCHA. He was also a National Reined Cowhorse Association NRCHA $1 million sire in 2011. As of June 30, 2019, his produce earnings as a sire were $1,214,960.01. Due to his earnings of over $39 million, Smart Little Lena is in second place for all-time cutting horse sires. With a total of $57 million of foal earnings, he is first place as the leading maternal grandsire. The stallion sired 17 world champions, 11 reserve world champions, and 110 register of merit world champions. He was inducted into the American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame AQHA in 2015. He was also inducted into the NCHA Horse Hall of Fame. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore Smart Little Lena syndicate through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. Haynes Chatham syndicated Smart Little Lena in 1982 prior to the horse being shown. Chatham co-managed the syndicate with his trainer Bill Freeman. The initial shares were sold for $5,000 each, but with each leg of the NCHA Triple Crown that was won by Smart Little Lena, the value of the shares increased exponentially, some of which sold for as much as $75,000. As a breeding stallion, Smart Little Lena spent his life at Wonyon Ranch in Pilot Point, TX under the supervision of quarter horse trainer and breeder Tommy Munyon. In 2004, Bill Freeman's former wife, Karen, filed a lawsuit in the 181st District Court in Amarillo, TX against Bill Freeman, the Smart Little Lena syndicate and its co-managers, and Jill Freeman, who was Bill's wife at the time. The lawsuit was over property Karen was awarded but had not yet received from the divorce settlement. Judge John Board, who presided over the case, was made aware of the conflicts within the syndicate and ordered a mutually agreed-upon third co-manager to work with co-managers Haynes Chatham and Bill Freeman. Mike Kelly, a former NCHA executive director, was selected. The presiding judge also ordered a meeting of the syndicate shareholders to be held as part of the settlement dispute. In 2006, 51 shareholders owning a total of 80 shares comprised the syndicate. At the time, the largest shareholder with 10 shares was L. of Duncan Investments in Oklahoma. Freeman had 7 shares, Magnon had 5, Street Nix Pines had 3, Freeman's former wife Karen had 3, Irene Ayres had, and the remainder of the shareholders owned 2 or less. On September 22, 2006, a shareholders' meeting was held and resulted in the following resolution. Sir Bill Freeman was removed as syndicate co-manager. Freeman's wife Jill was removed as syndicate secretary. The Freemans lost signature rights on all stallion business and syndicate accounts. The syndicate was to be represented by legal counsel. Bill and Jill Freeman were to immediately reimburse all misappropriated and misused syndicate funds. Action would be taken to restore the devaluation of shareholders' investments in the syndicate, and those responsible for the devaluation would be held accountable. Bill Freeman died on July 29, 2008. A different settlement was reached during a meeting of shareholders and an agreement was signed on Thursday, October 16, 2008 as part of the overall settlement for the ongoing litigation. On October 20, 2008, the case in Amarillo's 181st District Court was dismissed with prejudice against future lawsuits or claims of wrongful death. The syndicate members were awarded $447,500, $310,000 going to attorney's fees. The balance of $137,500 was paid to Magnon in exchange for him dropping the libel and slander claims against the Freeman parties. Brace yourself for an enlightening exploration of offspring as we dive into its profound implications. Smart Little Lena's descendants have competed in every discipline in AQHA competition and have earned 9,744 points and 22 World Championships. In National Reining Horse Association competition, his get have earned $1.80 million. In the National Reined Cow Horse Association they have earned $2.56 million. In the NCHA they have won over $50 million. His offspring have earned $1,033,534.03 in NCHA competition. Lil Miss Smarty Chicks was inducted into the NCHA Hall of Fame in 2012. Two Smart Little Lena's sons, Smart Chicolina and Very Smart Remedy, are also NCHA $1 million sires. In the next phase, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of genetic preservation and exploring its real-world applications. From 2004-2007, semen was collected from Smart Little Lena and then frozen in an effort to preserve his genetics. The frozen semen is maintained at a facility in Aubrey, TX. Veterinarian Wood Buyers provided a 2008 report that contained an inventory of Smart Little Lena's frozen semen and consisted of 163 conventional doses and 3,473 ICSI intracytoplasmic sperm injection doses. The ICSI doses are single mole straws and require special preparation of the mare, which involves follicle aspiration and ovary dissection. The mare is flushed of oocytes eggs, which are then in vitro matured and fertilized by direct injection of sperm into the oocyte. The typical cost of an ICSI procedure in 2018 was approximately $8,000 per mare. Get ready for an enlightening exploration as we dig into death and understand its role in the broader context. When Smart Little Lena was 31 years old, he was euthanized in 2010 after he apparently suffered a stroke. Smart Little Lena was home on Magnon Ranch in Aubrey, Texas, on Monday, August 30, 2010, when this occurred. The horse had been suffering balance problems for a few days prior to this incident, according to the breeding manager. The syndicate who owned the stallion indicated that he would be cremated and then his remains placed into a box in a trophy case at the ranch. However, he still sires foals through artificial insemination. As we move forward, let's uncover the untold stories and fascinating intricacies of pedigree. Star padding bottoming pedigree of Smart Little Lena. Denotes in breeding. Share this video with your friends and spread the knowledge.